Welcome. We're here to discuss the understanding of ways people act. Now, how someone acts, there are all entities of people that act that way. There's a person, place, or thing that has infected you inside your system. It could be your mother, your father, your religious partner, your person that did you wrong. That's the inner child inside you, which is inside the egg. The part of the egg is the experiment that we've been doing for quite a while, and now we're putting it throughout the world to understand that the egg is you. If you don't want to believe in religion, you don't want to believe in this, you don't want to believe in that, you don't do this, you don't do that, that's just you. So you're confronting life in an irritating response. Now, there can be all different characteristics. I was a good student. I came from a family. We were rich. We were this. Mom and dad were okay. I now look at people and look down. What is that? Really, there's people that do act that way. So, when you meet someone, they reveal themselves to you immediately if your senses are open. Now, that transfer of energy, you could tell me you don't believe in religion. You could tell me you don't believe in science. You could tell me that you don't believe in anything. Nature would say, where's the fear? Where is it? Tap the fear. So, these people that are attacking your fear sometimes are in the roles in which you're playing. Sometimes you're an employee and you're a waitress or a waiter and you get spoken to all nasty, but you need to keep that job and everything. And you're nice and people disrespect you. Well, someone will tell you to change to the other you. In order to change that, you need to multidimensionally jump into something that was already you, because there is some place, something in another dimension on a quantum level. Some of you cannot understand this or grasp this because you're too intellectually what? You got to ask yourself that. So the understanding of what intellectually are you? Okay, well, let's really play that role. So then you play a game, and you look at the person, and they say, "Well, I make this amount of money." Okay, good. But then you see them, and you see the attachment to the things that they have. And are they really spending what they have just because they like what they're having, or they're trying to attract and manipulate in an energy of something that they can't afford, But then from there, they're taking on all the issues of their friends' emotions because you're using a material thing. See? So you're abiding by a law that someone would say, well, you don't believe in God, you don't believe in this, you don't believe in that, you don't believe in that, you're a nun, you're this, you're that. And someone would say, but what is the material that you're using? And what is that attachment? And everywhere you go and sit, where is that energy? And if that energy has the same feeling that you had that is left behind and your body is weak, you're going to experience that in a PTSD spiritually. Now someone's going to say, well, I'm going to bring in my faith. Yeah, you can. But it has to be unbelievable faith beyond that. It just can't be just one. It has to be the point of union. So a lot of you are fighting stuff that you don't need to fight. It's irrelevant. So when you go to help people, you must identify, like, okay, so you make so much money. Okay, you got kids. I could care less if you're a Catholic, Christian, Hindu. What does that really mean? And if you have too many of those friends, are they friends in the community that are lovingly caring and compassionate? Or are they friends that are guiltfully manipulating and sexually using you in an energy that no one talks about? So every relation as you get older is a premeditated part of your first kiss without you knowing. Your addictions, if you're young and you were young and now you're older and your parents told you don't do this, that was the first thing that maybe some of you did. Now you have a guilt, you have this, I was that. There is no such name unless you believe that name. And that is called putting yourself down in an ego. The mind will always find something to put down. So you have to go to an understanding of someone, well, I'm a Reiki healer, I'm this, I'm that. That's nice. But the conscious part of you is not fully open to understand that I don't need to touch you. All I need to do is speak the truth. The truth is where you are. So you're in this religion. Beautiful, praise. But are you abiding by it? Or are you gambling? Or are you doing this? That's everyday life. There's some people that rob people for a living, and that's their everyday life. That doesn't mean it needs to be their life. They need someone to pick them up, to look at them, to show them, to teach them. You are your own trading school with everything that you can do. Nothing else. Everybody has these gifts. Some people can paint, some people can do music, some people could draw, some people can sell stuff, some people could just shop. But when you're confined in that consciousness and you're not in that egg, you're not looking at that egg. You need that metaphor of that egg to understand the part of which you need. And every issue can be consciously solved in a quantum inside of you. in a part of you that's already there. And they proved this in psychology. There's scientists that have proved this over and over and over again with Tesla and everything. But everybody is trying to sell something that is given, but the understanding is it's a lifestyle. Now, there's ways you can go. You can go a nonprofit and do a nonprofit. You can do a core business. You can do doing business ads. You can do an Inc., an entity, or a corporation. That depends on the way you represent you. What does that have to do with the identity of the interaction that you're doing? Do not make money just to make money. Money should be made by the happiness and the joy in which you express for what you do. Then the money comes. A lot of you are trying to be famous in a way of this, that, the other thing, but then you see when the money comes in, what are you really spending it on? And different things. You know, we look at all different shows and different things like that. And one of the biggest shows that were out there for a lot of people in the younger crowd and the older crowd and different things, and we don't have an affiliate with them or nothing else like that, the Jersey Shore. You look at where they were, where they are now. A lot of people can say they hate them, they don't like them, but look at what they have come through. Look at what they are going through. Look at what they have conquered. Well, why didn't you conquer that? Well, that's not for me. That's not that. They had their life viewed, guys. Viewed. And at the end of the day, they had fights, but at the end of the day, you understand one thing. Family is not just your family. You form a bond. You do that when you're kids. You form a bond with other people. Sometimes you protect someone. Sometimes someone protects you. Sometimes you give when someone don't have. What time is it for you now? Where are you going to go now? You can come here and listen to all these trainings, and if you sit quietly and just breathe and listen to it over and over and over and over and over, and listen to all the music, and if you watch Break the Hex Network on YouTube, and that's all you do is watch that instead of TV and study, you'll be calling. Life is beautiful.